Hello? There's no sound on Instagram? What the hell? There's sound on TikTok. Did TikTok take Instagram sound?
This is Instagram.
Oh, wait. Okay. So maybe it was just a glitch. I don't know. I'm lost. This is the first time we're doing a multi-live. I don't know. Turn me down. I don't want to hear my voice.
I'm just saying, there's audio on both.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You've done your job. People are saying sound. That's probably just because I'm very far from the mic. Because someone has a stupid desk where my mic is super far from me because it's not my desk setup and I am not using my arm claw. I'm using a stand. Because otherwise, the only mic that this man owns is connected to headphones. And I don't want to wear his headphones because they're too big on my dang head. So, yeah. So, we make do. Hey, put this in the dishwasher.
That was so mean.
No, it wasn't.
You just threw it at me.
I did not. I threw it in front of you. It just bounced. Otherwise, we'll forget about it. Oh, thank you. I don't know why people are saying there's no sound. I don't know. I don't know if they're technology handicapped or what. No. I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast, so it takes out the background. Because otherwise you get his very pasty white walls, and no one wants that. That's just sadness. Oh, apparently Lego Fortnite got a huge update. My friend Lego Fortnite got a huge update. My friend Ant's gonna be happy about that. Thank you for all the people confirming that you can hear me. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was low, but I sat up. Yeah, it's been insane. Yeah, okay. Thank you to Heidi at Notorious because I got 2 more piercings and I am gonna touch them right now just so you guys can tell which ones are new. So I got this one, and I almost pointed it directly at the mic instead of the camera. So I got this one, and then I got a matching one on this side, and then I got my conch on this side. So I now have 13. I had 10. I have more on this side, obviously, than this side. But, you know, I don't really know how many I'm gonna end up getting. Can you please stop asking me to say certain words if I'm live? If you want someone that is going to say certain words when they're live, go watch that live. It's just kind of annoying when you're spamming that. Like, at least spam something nice. But hi. I'm doing good. How are you? So we're on Instagram and TikTok, and this is the first time I'm dealing with so many people. It's weird. It's been a while since I've done any lives or anything. I've been all over the place. All of them. So I'm glad you're doing well. That's good. I'm happy for you. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, if you hear a voice, it is my significant other who now put headphones in. Solid. How's the fam? Decent. So I haven't been home for a bit. I've been on the go a lot. My friend Aunt came in to visit, and then I had to take a emergency work trip, and I've been kind of not home since. And so, as far as I know, I'm going back home Saturday, but I was told basically that I didn't want to come home last week. So I stayed an extra week away. Because my mom is moving my sister's bedroom from the bedroom she's in into the basement. Because, I don't know the exact reason. It was supposed to be my bedroom that was moving, but she doesn't want to move all my stuff down 2 flights of stairs and just wants to move Riley's stuff, and whatever. Anyway, that's been going on for like 3 weeks that I've been away from home. And when I talked to my dad last week about making a video, he told me basically don't come home. That it's a crap show because my mom is doing one thing, but my sister wants to do another thing, and my mom wants her desk moved, but there's no pathway, then blah, 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 blah. It's a big family thing right now. So, I'm a little bird. How do I feel about being viewed by SS Sniper? I don't care. You know how many people view me daily? You know how many, okay. Being honest, all the people that reviewed the show, their opinions about it, it means nothing. They don't know who I am. They don't know who I am as a human being, what I've gone through as a human being, the decisions I've had to make as a human being, and, you know, just like anyone else in this world, if you don't genuinely know who I am, your opinion about me really doesn't mean that much. It might sound mean, but it's very true, to be honest. I don't tend to care what others think about me unless you're in my inner circle. And then I care majorly. Yeah, I'm just like that. I think it's kind of cool because my sister used to watch her, but at the same time, I personally, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I can probably tell you I've seen snippets of it. To be honest, like, I have to stop spinning. This is why I can't sit in a spinning chair. To be honest, I've probably seen every, like, little snippets of what everyone said to me, but, like, whether I've watched it or not, it's in my ear, one out the other ear. I'm like, okay, so they got that information wrong, they got that information right, they got that information kind of convoluted, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I sleep like a baby. Like, your opinions of me, like, I've learned throughout the years, like, people's opinions of you, they really don't mean anything unless you put weight on it. Just like, I learned growing up that curse words, or profanity, is really just an extension of expression. It's not really the word that's malignant. Cancers. It's not really the word that's horrible. I almost said malic in Spanish. It's not really the word that is all this nasty, bad perception, negative connotation that we put on it. It's the tone, the inflection, the surrounding context that we use that really make that word violent and nasty and vulgar and all that stuff. So we grew up using profanity as an extension of expression. So I view people's opinions kind of in the same way, like, unless I put weight on it, unless I put a certain kind of tone, inflection, whatever comparison you want to use to that, it doesn't have any weight. It doesn't have any value. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand my confidence and all that stuff comes from. It comes from because I care about you. I think you guys are amazing. I am so happy you guys are here and want to be here and want to educate yourselves and want to, be a part of a community that actually wants to make a difference and accepts people despite their uniquenesses and differences, which may have gotten them rejected previously in the past. But there's also a little side of me that goes, if you want to curse me up and down and don't think I'm nice and don't care about me, I don't care. Like, I could give the attitude right back, though. And I don't care how many people that gains me, how many people that loses in my side, because all that matters at the end of the day is I've made a difference in one person's mind, and I've already done that. So, goals achieved. Everything else is just kind of cookie cutters on top, like cookies on top. You know, I think, honestly, I didn't look at, like, life entirely like it was a bonus my entire life. When I was a kid, life very much was hardships and why am I here? And, you know, I was dealing with a lot of people that told me that I shouldn't be or gave me very negative insights to life and taught me the cruelness that life can actually hand you. You know, I got handed more negative and bad in life than most people, and I learned that some people haven't even dealt with death before the first thing I kind of experienced was death. So, like, I just had a different outlook towards life. I had a different path. And because of that, I struggled gaining positivity and seeing a good outlook and understanding on, you know, how life could be good. I really, as a kid, did not understand why I was here and why I, you know, survived cancer and why I had to go through all the struggles that I was going through, because I was going through a lot. Like, whether surviving cancer or not, whether having friends or not, like, there was a lot going on socially and emotionally that was just ignored because I was a cancer baby and because I was a medical child, and survivorship and gaining height was more important than, are you doing okay? How is life? Like, is everyone treating you okay? And because of that, I struggled a lot with self-worth. My one trigger word now is worthless because I had a family member call me it constantly because they didn't view me with any worth because of my disability. And it was a struggle having that be someone in my life constantly reinforcing that I was nothing. And, you know, I decided at 16 that I was going to change that I wasn't going to put weight to those words. And it's changed my perspective, and it's changed how I thought about the world, and it's changed a lot for the better. I don't think I ever could be where I am in a positive aspect without that negativity in my life in the beginning. If I didn't have such a negative upbringing and such a struggle and, you know, feeling alone, because I love my family, but they didn't know what to do with a cancer baby and a baby that was probably gonna be sick and have dwarfism, and they didn't know how I was struggling socially. They're not, I love my family, but they're not the best socially either. Like, we don't talk to each other the way we should. But because of that, like, we started, like, really talking to each other more and being there for each other later in life. Like, growing up, my mom was always busy, my dad was always busy, and, you know, we were really being raised or being watched by my eldest sister and then Tara, and so it was, you didn't really have a lot of time to be like, hey mom, I'm getting bullied or something. Like, no, mom was home, she was cooking food, we were having dinner, we were having good conversations. Yeah, we did have some time together, but you didn't get a lot of alone time together being a family of 6. So, because of that, I didn't lean on my family. And so we didn't get to lean on each other until we were older, and that created that struggle. And I love them, but sometimes you don't know what to do, and sometimes things happen. And I'm sure if at the end of the day they would probably change things and be there more, but growing up, in the United States is a lot different. My mom was, a 12-hour, 16-hour shift person, and my dad was the same, and that's just kind of how it was. That's the American dream, is it not? So it was really like at 16 I decided to fix everything and lean on myself, and I did kind of shut everyone else out. I cut off my toxic friends. I cut off my toxic relationship people. I, kind of pocketed myself when it came to my family. Like, yeah, I got better with my relationship with my stepdad or my dad, because my relationship with my stepdad was really good in the beginning. When I first was introduced to him at like a year and a half, 2 years old, he was my dad. Like, he was my buddy. And then we had gone through the situation with my bio dad of where my mom was like, well, she needs to have her father in her life. And I was like, the dad. And so my bio dad kind of like made me make a choice in a sense, and it kind of put a wedge between my stepdad and I. And so we kind of got that bond back when I was 16. So I feel like at 16 I did have a good shift, and then I read a lot of self-help books in a sense, which sounds really stupid, but I don't think self-help books are there and you should take them like religiously. I think you should read them, and if something works for you and something makes sense to you, take that. Take a little bit like you would anything else in life. I think we should do the same when it comes to religious beliefs, political beliefs, all that stuff. You should take what you want and not what you don't. Because we're all individuals, we're all different, we all like different things, and we all don't like different things. Like, some people don't fly certain airlines, and some people do, okay? We just have different preferences, and that's flipping fine. Also, register to vote. If you're in the United States and you're not registered to vote, just know that I will be mad at you, okay? I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what your beliefs are. I don't care if you think it's too taxing for your brain. Register to vote and go vote. It's not that hard. You can do it on the internet. You can vote online. I'm doing it. I'm not probably going to be in state when voting starts, so I'm voting out of state. It's not that hard. Just do it, please. Please. Or I'll be forever mad at you, and we don't want that. I don't hold grudges, but if I'm forever mad at you, you're in my contact as blah 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 forever mad. Like, blah 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 owes me $40. Blah 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 owes me $400. Like, I will make sure you pay me back. So I will put you in my phone as blah 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 did not register to vote. I'm not gonna talk politics. Who I'm voting for is who I'm voting for. That's my political beliefs that don't need to be shared, because at the end of the day, it's a personal belief, and we all want to vote for the person that we think is going to be making the best difference for our future. Not someone else's future, our own independent future. Okay, anyway, not single. Say hi. Hey! Say hi!
Oh, hi.
Yeah, not single. But yeah, sorry. Hate to break that bubble. Haven't been for like almost 2 years. I don't know. We were kind of talking before longer than that, and I was kind of cutting options off before that. So. Oh, you're on a 3-year non-stop headache. I'm so sorry, those suck. If you join my Discord, there is headache relief stuff that I try in there. I do, right now I use Pacifica, it's like head scrub, it's not a head scrub, it's an oil. It's rosemary and mint, and it helps my scar line, which is one of the main inflammation issues with my migraines. And then I use, Therma Ice, and it's like a eye mask and a head sock. Try those out. If you haven't tried those out, it might help, because you can heat them up, you can cool them down, and it helps with the pressures, because I have a lot of light aura and pressures, like a bump, like doing that on my chair if I'm sitting against it could give me a migraine. But if you join the Discord, that stuff gets updated constantly when I find something that works for me, whether it's temporary or long term. Hi, how are you? Why do a live and not read the comments? I am reading the comments. It's obviously just not your comment. You have to understand that we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and there's comments on both sides, and I have to pay attention to equal sides. And just because you spam something does not mean it's going to get answered. Spamming something actually makes it less likely for you to get answered. And I don't always have to answer every question I don't want to. And we've already had the conversations about how TV shows or anything like that, I'm in an NDA. It doesn't matter if it's happening, if it's not happening. I can't speak on it for even years after I signed a contract, because NDAs are enforced longer than a contract is. You have an NDA contract and then a contract. So we have to understand that's just kind of how that stuff works. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings and you felt hurt over it, but that's how television works. That's how social media, brandships, all that kind of stuff works. There's stuff you can talk about, there's stuff you can't talk about. I've heard Botox is great, and then I've heard Botox is horrible. There's so many mixed reviews on it. I'm so scared because I love my neurologist. Honestly, I'm worried about ever leaving the area because my neurologist is so great, but I'm so nervous because she's like, if your migraines don't get better, we might want to look into doing Botox in the back area just to relieve like the tensions and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. 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 I don't want to put Botox in me because, once you get Botox, you can never stop. And I'm just like, I know it's the back of your head, but like, let's really try this doing our diet, exercise, and relieving stress. I think that's gonna work. And honestly, I'm here like, talking to my family doctor, talking to my neurologist. I'm like, being realistic, I had brain cancer. I had brain tissue, scooped out of my head because it's the size of a baseball. Okay? He doesn't have anything the size of a baseball. But why isn't he like a sports guy? Why is he a computer guy? Anyway, a baseball. Okay? A baseball-sized tumor is part of my head. They scooped it out. They obviously left some of the tumor. Obviously probably scooped out some of my brain. And there's dead tissue. Because the chemotherapy killed the rest of the brain tissue that was malignant. And then the tumor tissue that was malignant. And then any brain tissue that was residually touching it ended up becoming dormant and no longer working, which is why my pituitary gland doesn't work. So maybe, just maybe, I might be onto something here. There's no solving migraine. I'm just like, maybe there's like no solving it. Is that a good enough answer? And my neurologist and my family doctor both go, well, that doesn't seem fun. We don't want you to be in pain. And I'm like, yeah, but like maybe there's just no solution. So it's okay. Can we stop trying to solve it? Because I feel like trying to solve it is only making it worse. And we're at a stalemate. They're at a stalemate with me. They want me to keep trying migraine medications. But right now I'm on an anxiety med. So they're hoping that with helping my anxiety, which right now, I've actually been off the med right now because I have been traveling and I ran out of the med while traveling. So it's been fun. It's been so fun. But they're hoping that adding the anxiety med will obviously lessen my anxiety and reduce my stress levels and therefore cause a decrease in my migraines. I'm hoping the same. But you can't guarantee anything. So, we'll see. Migraines are fun. We'll see. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know if my migraines are ever gonna go away. As someone who is now been a cancer survivor for 20 years, because I'm deemed cancer free, and then they go basically 5 years remission. They did 5, because at 6 months I went into chemo, and then, yeah. It was basically gone. My mom was like, yeah, you're cancer free between 5 and 7-ish. Like, I've always asked the questions because everyone, like, in school, they're like, oh, write a story. And every time the teacher's like, why didn't you write about your cancer? And I'm like, I don't remember it. So I had to ask my mom a lot of questions. She never knew the answers. Never knew the answers. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm just talking so much. Okay. Again, I didn't do anything to look cool. I do things for me. Vaping to look cool, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. I like to do the tricks, and I'm pretty good at them. Do I still vape? No, I don't still vape. But did I ever do it to look cool? No, that's just the perspective TLC put out there, okay? I did it because I wanted to. Just like, I put these hoops in because I wanted to. I wear this hoodie because I wanted to. I'm on here because I want to be. I don't do anything for anyone else or to change the perspective of anyone else. I'm here to educate, but at the same time, if I didn't want to be here, I want to be here. If I didn't care, being realistic, I don't care about people's opinions. Like, people check my ID no matter what, so I don't care. I get the faces no matter what. Vaping, tattoos, piercings, all that doesn't change it. I changed my appearance because each of these are a story and a part of my path, and each of these make me feel more of the person that I want to see in the mirror. It has nothing to do with making people think I look older, because being realistic, when I get discriminated against and told that I can't leave a building, they're not checking my ID. They're refusing my ID. They're refusing the obvious piercings. They're refusing the obvious tattoos. They're refusing me looking myself up on the internet and showing them, look, I have dwarfism. You are discriminating. They're refusing all of that because they're being biased and just seeing what they want to see. Everyone here should get their hair trimmed. Aww, wow. That's discrimination, bud. Being that I am just a short-statured woman and saying that anyone who is friends or nice to me, romantically interested in me, thinks I'm attractive, any sense of that, is someone that needs to be watched, means that you're probably thinking I'm attractive and you think it's inappropriate to find me attractive. But I'm gonna tell you right here and right now, it's okay that you find me attractive. It's okay, baby. Don't you worry. It's totally normal because I'm very pretty. Thank you. And you know what? Just because I have a disability does not mean it's icky to make me, find me attractive, be in a relationship with me, or whatever you want to do in your nasty dreams. Okay? Okay? Have a good one, though. You have a good one. Have a great day. I'm sorry. The internal thoughts are getting people today, because you're getting sick brain Shauna, so sick brain Shauna is gonna say what Shauna doesn't usually say to these people. And, you know, hi, tomato guy. Look, you got mentioned in this live. Do you feel equal? Oi, oi, oi. That's all I know in Portuguese. I don't know anything else in Portuguese besides oi. In Spanish, I know a little more. Like, I can say, me llamo Shauna, yo, or soy desde de, or, is it desde? Is it de los Estados Unidos? I don't know. See, I don't know it entirely. I learned Chuseok in Korean today because it's the holiday going on. I guess it's ending. So sadness, but hey. Yeah, I drink bubbly because I'm allergic to colors and additives and emulsifiers and MSG. And they're one of the seltzers that literally has 2 ingredients. So it's helpful with not always drinking water. So yeah, there's that. I honestly want to just end the live and start it over so I can edit the screen. Because I can't edit it while I'm live. And I just want to zoom out. I feel like I'm too close. Because I'm not as close in the Streamlabs as I am on the live feed. And I'm just like, I look so nice on Streamlabs. It's like when you look at yourself in versus like in your camera. I'm like, this is my mirror. I'm so pretty. And then this is my camera. I'm like, huh. Whooshy. But anyway. I see 25. So if someone asks my age, yeah, I'm 25. I turned 25 in June. I'm gonna be 26 in the next June, and I'm gonna be off my mommy's insurance and have to go get insurance. It's not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna go get married to some rich person that has really nice insurance. That's what Tara did. What shoes am I wearing? I'm not. I'm sorry, not wearing shoes. Fill the ideas up. Oh, see, I was like, I know where this is going. Socks. Oh, no, it's 26. It's 26, because I've been seeing a lot of ads. Just turn 26 and get booted up your parents' insurance. I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. Stop reminding me. Stop reminding me I'm getting old. I don't regret any of my tattoos. See, that's why I usually take a long time to learn or like think about them, because I don't want to regret them. I mean, I know there's laser removal and cover-ups nowadays, but like, each one of them is a part of my story and a part of my path, and I don't want to have to cover that up. I mean, I get they're starting a new chapter and, starting a new book and stuff, so maybe I'll do that one day, but, at the same time, I don't regret any right now, and I'm really glad I don't, because most people end up regretting their first tattoo, and I love my first tattoo. I thought about it for years before I got it. I mean, I thought about this one, my birds. I thought about my birds. Which one is the camera? I thought about my birds before anything. Since I was 10 years old when I lost my grandma, I immediately knew what I was going to get for her. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I had the idea. Dream vacation spot. Italy. 100%. Or Switzerland. I like chocolate and I like cheese. So going up to Switzerland and hitting Denmark and all that would be fun. Mutation? I'm not a mutation. I mean, I guess if you think about it, my tumor was a mutation. I'm not a mutation. I mean, I guess if you think about it, my tumor was a mutation. So the correct terminology would be disability, or dwarfism. And yes, there are people out there with my disability or my form of dwarfism. Each form of dwarfism in itself, achondroplasia, pituitary, whatever the specific medical terminology is, doesn't matter. It's different per person to person. Each person can be affected differently. Just like anything else in the world, You can get the same cold as me, but we can be affected differently. Disability same. Now, given that, with pituitary dwarfism, it's usually, from what I know knowledge-wise, a medical enforced dwarfism, where you had a medical battle that affected your pituitary gland, therefore affecting your height. Now, some people did get on growth hormones and did not reject them and are living with average height nowadays and no longer identify as someone with pituitary dwarfism. While others, like myself, whether they did not get the correct medication or they rejected the medication, their body did not grow. And, they were diagnosed with late pituitary dwarfism. Because it's usually a later diagnosis after trying to fight the inflicting, like, height situation. So, because of that, there's not as many people with pituitary dwarfism in the world, or people that know they have pituitary dwarfism, or whatever the case may be. It's a very mysterious thing. Shauna Rae brought a lot of education to it, which is why I'm really grateful to the show, because now people understand about pituitary dwarfism and proportional dwarfism, and that there's a different type of dwarfism out there besides just achondroplasia, which there's always been, but now people are actually educating themselves beyond achondroplasia, so there's a wire. So I'm really grateful for Shauna Rae to that, because without the show, that would have never happened. But in the United States, statistically, as far as science knows, obviously, because obviously they don't know everything, there's about 8 or so people with my disability in the United States. So it makes the chances slim of dating someone with my disability. Now, I do know Tommy. Tommy and I both have pituitary dwarfism. We live like 20 minutes away from each other. And that's really flippin' rare for being such a low chance of having the disability. But that does not mean that that is the only person in the world I have to date. I can date outside of my disability, just like I can date outside of any other physical characteristic that I have. You know, I can date someone with attached earlobes. It's chill. It's fine. It doesn't matter what they look like physically, because it's about who you are in here. And that is what I go for when I go to date someone. I look for someone based on who they are, not what they physically look like. And I think it's very small-minded. And I'm not saying that anyone in this chat is this kind of small-minded. But I think it's very small-minded of people to say, oh, well, you're in this category, so you can only date people within this category. That is not how the world works. You don't have to date competitive. You don't have to do anything competitive. You date who you want, you do what you want, you do what makes you happy. And that's what I did. I found someone that makes me happy based off of personality, and it's someone that I know I can laugh with and get along with, and they understand my medical hardships and all that stuff. And, you know, they do not have the same disability as me. They do not have anything similar to me in dwarfism or medical-wise or anything like that. They don't have, you know, they're like an average height person. So, like, they're not in the same categories cookie cutter-wise or society-wise as I am. And that's okay. I can date outside of my disability. It is okay for anyone to date outside of a physical characteristic that people may be trying to force them to date with. You know? I don't think that we just have to date within what we're told to date with, or what society expects us to date with. I don't act immature if that's what you're saying. Obviously, this entire conversation, I didn't do one immature thing. But you deciding to put that in the comments is a sign of your immaturity, because you're trying to get me triggered or amped up. And people that do that are immature. But I hope that that's not what you were doing, and you were just stating a fact. No, the person that I'm in a relationship with is not Tommy. It's not someone that was on I Am Shauna Rae. It's not Dan. A lot of people think it's Dan. It is not Dan. I have not seen Dan in probably a year or so now. We've tried to meet up before, but we haven't. He was actually in the States the entire summer, and I actually didn't get to see him once. We tried to meet up, and, I ended up flying out and going out with my significant other to another state and not being able to meet up with him. So he hasn't met my significant other either. Yeah, they're getting twisted. That's because this is a giant hoop and it's touching my shoulder with the sweatshirt. Yeah, could you imagine? No. An architect or okay, see, that's a hard kind of question, because I feel like architect Like, you're definitely going off stereotypes of what you think an athlete and an architect are. So, let's play that game. I honestly think I would probably go for an architect. I'm into building. Like, I'm into the modeling, the blueprinting. I loved that in workshop growing up. So I think we'd have something in common there. I don't do sports. I don't know a thing about football, but I'll watch the game. I love hockey. I know baseball. I don't know soccer. I don't know football or football Americana. Yeah. In golf, don't even try with golf. I will go mini golfing, but I don't even know if I like that. I like it when it's glow in the dark and I can wear neon clothing. Like, that's the only reason I like it. Yeah, so, I think I would get along better with an architect. Just based on who I am. Because I am not a sports person. I do football or maybe I could date a basketball player. I know a little bit more about basketball, or I used to. But I probably would get along best sports-wise with a hockey player because I'm a blood and guts person. I watch hockey because I love that stuff. I love the fact that they can hit each other. So, yeah, that architect or athlete, stereotypical-wise, I'd probably go architect. Hi from Costa Rica. I've never been. My sister keeps going. I want to go, but it doesn't happen. How difficult was it going on your first date? What was my first date? I don't know. I don't even know. I knew the person for years. I went to school with them for years, and we were just kind of hanging out. I guess you could consider it dating as a young teenager. So it wasn't uncomfortable. Now going on my first date with a stranger, I guess. I will say I Am Shauna Rae dating was uncomfortable just because you have 5 to 7 men, because my crew was mostly men. And they're all personality-wise just like my dad. So you have all of that going on a date with you. And you're like, this is uncomfortable because most of you are my dad age, and then 2 of you are actually my age, and if you weren't in the crew, you could have been in the dating pool, which is just uncomfortable to think about and ew. And now we're all watching me go on a date with a 6'4" man when I'm 3'10", and I'm throwing an axe, and I'm hitting the bullseye, and I'm scaring everyone. Intimidation from the beginning. I think that's the only thing is once I was at the axe throwing, I was comfortable because I had some control. If anything went wrong, there's a little hatchet in my arms. But the pizza part was uncomfortable. Because you just have all these guys staring at you, and I'm like, you guys are like my dad at this point. Can you stop staring at me and hoping that this goes well? And yeah, and then the date with Tommy, I think the only part that was uncomfortable is when Riley and Mark walked in. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Going on a date with a stranger for the, first time alone, obviously not with my family. Actual stranger, not someone I knew for a while, was this random guy from the military. He was in the Air Force, just got out of the Air Force, I guess did his 4 years and got out. And it didn't go well for him in the beginning because the way he hit on me, I was a barista, okay? Put some insight. I'm a barista and I use a stool, okay? I use a stool because I'm short. And I tend to not use the stool and just jump on the counters because that's what I'm used to. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm just going up and down, and it's just me and my closer. And I'm getting ready to go home. I want to go home, okay? So I'm hustling and bustling down this little bar, and all I hear is this guy with his, friend say, am I bugging? Or, is this actually, and I'm like, yes, I'm an adult. How can I, what do you need? And then I continue, and then I think I hand him his drink, or my coworker hands him his drink. He stays there. And then he goes, so what do I have to do to get your number? I'm like, not be a judgmental asshole. Sorry. Flat out. not be judgmental. How about that? And he sat there and tried to butter me up a little bit, and I was like, look, I'll give you my Snapchat. I'm not giving you my Snapchat. I'll give you my Snapchat. You can have the smallest time of my day. And then we text, and he doesn't show up, like, at all. We're texting, I'm literally in the process of getting I Am Shauna Rae. I'm like, this dude's gonna regret it the moment he sees me on TV. He did. But I was like, are you gonna show up or not? I'm getting impatient. So eventually he pulls up before he has to go to work, like 20 minutes, and we go to the park. And I wasn't nervous. I'm like walking down my like neighborhood, like looking for his car because he's like, I'm here. And I'm like, you're not here. You're not in front of my house. And so I started walking, and then he stops his car. Well, this big truck stops when it sees me, and I'm like, I think that him. I don't know if it's a truck or not. I don't even remember. I just think it's white. Anyway, it stopped, and I'm like, I think that him. So I look in it, and I see who I'm looking for, and I'm like, I open the door. I'm like, you're not even gonna open my door for me? So bad start for this man. And then we go to this park, and the entire time we're driving through this park that's like 5 minutes from my house, that I literally told him we could just go to sit and talk and get to know each other. Because I'm not doing anything with you. No. And I'm not walking around. Like, I want to be close to my house in case I gotta run. And so we go, and the entire time he's playing TikTok music. And I'm talking like Baby Shark, like, level. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. I can get behind that quirkiness, but like not all the time, obviously. Like, don't tell me that's the only thing you listen to. And then, in the car, I noticed that his mom's medical stuff, and his mom's works in the medical field. But that's not a red flag. But I also learned that he, as a military person, had his weapon in the car and did not inform me. And that to me was just like, I feel like you should let someone know. I don't have an issue, but I feel like we should let me know before I get in the dang car. What is in this car? Just saying. And then, I mean, honestly, I did kiss him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was ever gonna see him again, so I kissed him. I just wanted to, enjoy myself. And then, he, like, ghosts. And then he texted me, like, a month later, and he's like, sorry, I went on vacation. And I was like, he said, I went on a mental vacation. I was like, for a whole month? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And at this point, I had been filming I Am Shauna Rae. And I was getting done filming for the day. And he's like, do you want to hang out today? And I was like, I don't have anything to do. Why not? And he never showed. I didn't expect him to show up. So I just told him yes. And I didn't expect him to show up. I didn't tell anyone that it was gonna happen. I literally went home and took a nap. And he never showed up. And I never spoke to him again. I know he slid into my Instagram DMs asking me to be on like a podcast or something. And, he tried to like meet up with me again. But I don't have the patience for that kind of stuff. It was a decent kiss. I got a cool story out of it. But either way, I'm gonna give like a 10-minute warning because I wanna go play games with Miss Aunt.
When are you giving the 10-minute warning?
Right now!
Oh.
This is the 10-minute warning. Thank you. Yeah, I want to go play games with Aunt, and I want to give her ample opportunity to be okay to play games. And usually my lives are just an hour. And she's down, so I'm down. Oh, yeah. I haven't played with my friend in a while, okay? She visited me and it was the best thing ever. But we didn't get to play games, and we haven't played games before then, and then I've been away for 3 weeks, so I haven't played games with my friend, and I just need my bestie, okay? I need my bestie. Most embarrassing moment? I don't know, because I don't consider myself embarrassed anymore. Being honest, like, maybe it was embarrassing in the moment, but, like, looking back at it, I don't look at anything, like, embarrassing. Like, it just molded me. So, let me think on this. I think, honestly, I was more embarrassed as a kid as not getting picked up. Like, and it's gonna sound sad, cause, like, it's not a funny moment. Like, I was just the kid that was always picked up last. So I felt, like, embarrassed about that growing up. I remember even, like, as a 19 to 20-something-year-old, right before I Am Shauna Rae, because I fell into I Am Shauna Rae through acting lessons. I was doing acting lessons, and it was probably, like, 30 minutes from my house, and I could not drive. As we know, I got my license 2 years ago. Almost to the day tomorrow I got my license 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years. Yay! I'm still scared of driving, but yay! So, as we know, I got my license late in life, and so I was not a driver then, and I was dependent on my parents to pick me up, because they did not want me taking Ubers or ride shares or taxis or anything. They were a little worried. And so I was dependent on my parents to pick me up, and it gave me such high anxiety, and it was so embarrassing to talk to people about, oh, yeah, my parents don't seem to be here right now, but they'll be here in like 5 minutes. Knowing dead well they won't be. Or, like, I legit would exit with people, and then I would gear around to the side of the building. And the side of the building was next to a 7-Eleven. And it was not a comfortable place in the world. Like, this location was probably not comfortable. And this 7-Eleven probably was not a comfortable 7-Eleven. And you could see me through, like, this little plastic, like, chain link fencing on the other side. But, like, my acting people couldn't see me. They thought I was gone, and that's all I needed. And then, so I would stand on the side of the building, waiting for my stepdad or my mom to pick me up. I'm Shauna Rae. I'm Shauna. Hi. Or YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. I did go viral. But back to the story. So I would stand there, and then sometimes I would get really, really hinky Ned, trying to be like, hey little girl! Are you okay? Where are your parents? Do you want to come over to this side in the light? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. My dad's on his way. Thank you. Like, leave me alone. So, like, there were a couple times where it got a little probably on edge and dangerous. So, yeah. Those are the embarrassing moments for me. I feel like that's probably one of my most embarrassing moments is those kind of things. Oh yeah, I can show the picture. This is it upside down where it looks like a wine glass. This is it right side up. Fudge. This camera's in such a weird place. Hold on, I'm getting there. Got there. Hi. Hello. Oh, that hurt. I do have a personal alarm. Unfortunately, spray and tasers are not legal in New York. So we're not supposed to carry those, but I do have protection. I do, as a woman, I think it's smart to carry protection because this world is very dangerous right now, and as a disability person, I think it's smart to carry protection as someone with a difference, especially a physical difference. It's smart to carry protection because there's cool people out there. So please be safe. I am going to end the live now because I have to puke. So please be safe. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are enough. Know that if you need a place, there is a community here. There's a Discord. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. So Instagram is at @thereal_Shauna Rae 99. TikTok is Shauna Rae 99. Twitch is Shauna Rae 1999. YouTube is Shauna Rae Unfiltered. The Discord is in the links on my link tree in my bio if you're looking for the invite. There's a Patreon. So there's so many communities, and the main reason of doing this is just to spread awareness, to make people feel less alone in this world. Especially nowadays, we need each other. We need to rely on each other. The world can be a scary place for people with differences or uniquenesses. So please take care of each other. Please protect yourselves. Please be aware of scams and internet scams and physical interaction. Please be trusting that gut. Trust that gut, okay? I know this turned into a little safety thing, but please make sure that you're safe at the end of the day. And register to vote if you're in the United States, and vote for who you think can change the world best for you, okay? Don't worry about anyone else's opinion. Don't care about it. Just do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, make yourself happy, stay positive, stay beautiful, and just keep being you. Bye, y'all!